Okay, so here's all the food I'm bringing for 4 days. Got some jerky, garbage bag, apple cider, hot chocolate, a couple meat meringues. This is a turkey sandwich from Trailhead, some chocolate, blueberry things, oatmeal, 3 per day, and then 2 dehydrated meals. Starting weight, 31.7. That's including tripod and camera, not including phone, so about 32 pounds. That's with the full water, full food, everything. And my coats are in there, winter hat. Kind of crazy conditions. It's super windy. It's been snowing a bit. It's like 7 degrees, but it's all snow coming down. So all the mountains have snow on top, which is nice. Parking lot's pretty full. Sunday, so lots of people are still coming out. And I think tomorrow's the last helicopter day, so Assiniboine's probably really busy right now, but it'll be end of season when I get there tomorrow. So it won't be too busy. Super windy. It must have rained quite a bit earlier today because I'm seeing a lot of puddles on the path and a lot of people have their rain covers on their bags. Imagine this fell down in the windstorm the other day. Started snowing. And another massive tree. These must have just fallen because they can quad up here with the chainsaw and cut these down very fast. I'm barely 4K in and this is the 4th large tree. Entering Banff, don't bring your guns. So this is where the Great Divide Trail starts, which I really want to do. It's a really cool through hike that goes from the US border up just past Jasper. This whole section after Cone Mountain is quite muddy. I don't know if it's all from today's rain or if this section just stays muddy at this time of year. I'm about 6K in and you can bike here fairly easily and it would save 12K off the hike, 6K in, 6K out, so it's definitely worth doing and then just locking your bikes to a tree or something. Wow. There's like 6 trees down in one spot. Like it actually looks like a tornado or something came through here. Like there's like 50 trees down. This is like a big healthy tree that just fully snapped. It's been snowing for a bit. It's kind of sticking to me a bit. Wow, these mushrooms are huge. Almost to Marvel. Still snowing. Okay, I made it to Marvel campground. And I'm just gonna eat and put my food in the storage before I setting up my tent because the tent sites are farther than the food storage, so. These sitting pads are just so handy. It keeps you warm if it's cold, it keeps you dry when it's wet. They weigh practically nothing, like I think 30 grams, and they're super cheap. So it's 7 a.m. I'm trying to get to Marvel for sunrise. It snowed a lot of the night, but it really only stayed in like a tiny spot. The layout of Marvel campground is super annoying, but at least these tent pads are really nice. The wood chips are a bit of insulation, they don't get wet, and they're super flat. It's about 8 a.m. and I'm all packed up, heading out of Marvel campground. Hoping to get sunrise at Marvel Lake. I think there was only one other tent here last night. Marvel Lake, not that blue at this time of year. So I fill my water, ate breakfast, and I'm ready to hike up Wonder Pass. There's no water for at least 6 kilometers, so I drank as much as I could, and I'm bringing up a liter. Helicopter number 3 that I've seen go by today. They're doing outbound flights only, no inbound. I emailed them trying to get a flight in today, but they're only doing outbound. So they must be bringing in supplies and stuff for the winter season. Halfway along Marvel Lake, and I'm gonna start heading up Wonder Pass now. So there's about 500 meters of elevation in the next 4K, so it's gonna be tiring. So many larches. That's Mount Aurora. This is Gloria Mountain, and then Eon Mountain behind it. In the back, that's Eye Mountain. And those larches are just growing up in the middle of a bunch of rocks. There's a deer. I think they're baby deer. I'm not sure what kind of deer they are, but they're not really that afraid of people. Alright, just crossed the border. This is the other side of Wonder Pass. This larch is like way bigger than all the other ones. Looks like the tap at Assiniboine Lodge is frozen. So I'm like 1.5 kilometers from Magog Lake campground. I'm getting my first good view of Assiniboine. So I've just arrived at Magog campground at Mount Assiniboine, and I'm going to unpack my bag now and just go through everything I brought. It's the fall, so I'm bringing this extra jacket, which I normally wouldn't bring in the summer, and this hat and winter gloves. My camera gear, I'll start with that because most people aren't gonna have that. So I bought a Sony a7 IV, a Deity D4 mic, which is like 50 grams, which is nice and light. I have a 20mm Sony lens and a 35mm. Then I have a Leo photo tripod, which I've really been liking. It's small and light. It's the Ranger LS224C, and the head has been really good. LH25. I've been just carrying the tripod a lot with the camera on it, and it's done really well. And then I had my phone here that I just recorded that clip on. And on the front of my bag, bear spray. Then I just have my car keys in here, health card, and I put my phone in this pocket sometimes. Side pocket, just smart water bottle, which is lighter than the Nalgene, which I used to bring. And the tripod can also go in this pocket. In this pocket I have trekking poles, which I use for the tent. Then I have stakes. In the very top of my bag, I have the food bag, and then I have the stove, and those are not in the Nylapune. So the whole inside of the bag, I have this Nylapune pack liner, which is waterproof, and so if it rains, nothing inside this bag can get wet. So, winter gloves. And this is my other lens, extra camera batteries. There's a Nightcore 10,000 mAh battery pack, super lightweight. Can charge my phone 2 or 3 times. Next layer is the Durston X Mid 1. This is the fly, the inner, and the ground pad. Which I like keeping that on the top of my bag because when I'm setting up camp, it's one of the first things I need to remove. And then just have a couple extra clothes, extra boxers, extra socks, extra shirt. I have shorts, but I'm not gonna wear them. If it was hot, I would wear shorts, but it's freezing. It's gonna be cold this whole trip. It's my sleeping pad, the Thermarest Neo Air. It's the little pillow, Arrow's pillow down. See the summit at the bottom. Is my sleeping bag, big Agnes Sidewinder 20 degree, I believe. And then in this outside pocket, I have the sitting pad, filter, a little medical kit, a couple camera filters. There's the Sawyer squeeze filter, the Garmin InReach satellite. And I bring caffeine pills instead of coffee if I need to wake up a bit. A couple Advils. Some paracord if I need to use like a clothesline or repair something. And then I have a couple gear patches in here. A headlamp. It's a Nightcore NU25. My contacts and some wipes that you put water on and then they become like a wet wipe. They're biodegradable. Charging cable. Little deodorant. And then I brought the Action 5 Pro. I'm trying it out tomorrow. And just a little thermometer. And that is pretty much it. I have rain pants, rain jacket, which I'll bring no matter what, summer, winter, fall. And then I have new trail runners, the Hoka Speed Goat 6, which I've really been liking. It's a lot more than hiking boots. And then I've been trying out this sweater for the first time, the Patagonia R1 Air, and it's worked pretty well so far. I've worn it all day today, all day yesterday, and it's a nice layer for like 5 degrees, keeps you warm but not too hot when you're hiking uphill. My backpack is the Durston Kakwa 55, which I've really been liking. It's nice and light, super comfortable, and then I also have the Peak Design clip on here, which doesn't fit great, but it managed to go on okay. All set up. Nice and cold water. I just finished eating. It's not even 7, but I think I'm gonna head into the tent because it's really cold and I'm gonna get up early to do Nubblet for sunrise, so I'm just gonna go get warm in my sleeping bag. Snowed a bit last night. Hopefully it stops for the sunrise. Can't really see the mountains right now. Well, it's 9 a.m., still snowing. I just had some breakfast. And I'm gonna see what the Nubblet's like. I'm gonna start hiking over there. There's probably only 3 or 4 tents total in the whole campground, so it's kind of cool that basically I have this whole place to myself. Normally you can see Sunburst Peak and Sunburst Lake here. And Cerulean Lake. Hey, they fixed the upside down sign. There's Sunburst Peak. now I'm gonna try to head up to the Nubblet and then Nub Peak, which will probably even be windier. You can see down this way decently. That's kind of a cool shot. I'll probably do that on the way out. And well, you could just see it, but it's gone now. You can see Sunburst Peak poking through the clouds once in a while this way. Really be nice if it cleared up a little bit. Hopefully this mic is waterproof because there's a lot of snow. So far, the Speak Out 6 grip in the snow is really good. They are getting pretty wet now though. And that was Nubblet. I'm just gonna head back down. Nobody here at Magog Lake Campground. It was so cold the butane wasn't working very well, so I had to warm it with my hand. Well, it is 7 o'clock and I'm heading to bed. Still snowing. Tent is looking a bit weighed down. So I'm packing up now. Snowed another inch or two last night, so the tent is very wet and frozen at the bottom. To dig out all the stakes and unfreeze the ropes. So it's 9 a.m. I'm all packed up and ready to go. The weather has been pretty clear this morning, so I'm gonna try the Nubblet before hiking out. I really want to get a nice shot. It's gonna be an extra 6K of hiking today. It turns a 24K hike out to a 30K. Nice and clear today. It's so quiet out here, it's crazy. I'm literally all alone. There's no one at the campground. No one going to the Nubblet. Just finished hiking the Nubblet, so I have 27K now to hike out. It's about 10:30 and the sun came out for a minute, which is really nice. Got a few nice shots, but it is so beautiful up here. My shoes are completely soaked already, so we'll see how my feet are doing. My first time in trail runners in like snow. There's like 3 to 4 inches of snow, so we'll see how it goes. I'm completely alone at Magog Lake Campground. Not a single person here. Just stopped here to get my food, filter a bit more water, and now I'm gonna head out. Right, 12:20, and I am leaving Magog. I did the Nubblet this morning, and I just filled my water, and I have 24K to go. And it gets dark in 7 hours, so hopefully I can do it in 7 hours. It's really interesting walking on this snow because the air is below zero, so the snow is cold and fluffy on top, but the ground is warmer than zero, so it's kind of slushy underneath, and footprints turn into ice because it exposes it to the air. So the grip is actually really good because the dry snow stops you from sliding down to the slush for the most part. I also only have a bit of beef jerky and almonds remaining, so I don't really have much food today, so I need to get out to get dinner. It's gonna be interesting once I get to Wonder Pass if the snow stops on the Marvel Lake side, because in the summer I noticed it was super wet and muddy up on the BC side, but then right when you started going down to Marvel Lake, it was dry and the ground was cracked. So I'm curious if it even rained or snowed on that side. Hopefully not, because my shoes are absolutely soaked and my feet are soaked. So hopefully I don't get any like blisters or anything like that. dark sky overhead. It is really slow hiking in this powdery snow. Here's Wonder Peak. Snow's deep here, like 5-6 inches, maybe 8. But my theory holds true. Once I get across this pass, there will be very little to no snow on the other side, based on what I saw in the summer. This view is insane. Trail runners and 8 inches of snow. Not the ideal combo. My feet are very wet, but I have merino socks, so they're not cold at least. This is Banff. I just made it over Wonder Pass. Now I have 600 meters downhill. Sure would be nice to have my skis right now. Okay, I think my theory is true. There's very little snow down there. So it backs up my theory that that's the desert side of the mountain. So this is like looking out east, and this way, which is a ton of snow, is the west side of the Rockies. There's Gloria Lake. Okay, now that I'm out of the snow, I put my dry socks on, so the shoes should dry off pretty quick now, and I still have 19K to go. About halfway down Marvel Lake, and the bad weather is chasing me. Behind, it is snowing, and where I'm going is nice and sunny. Almost to the end of Marvel Lake. Coming into the Bryant Creek area, there's a lot of really nice red fall colors.